Today we'll be talking about starting an online business. We're going to go over the types of businesses, some interesting facts, and the pros and cons of starting an online business. So first, let's discuss the types of online businesses. First type we have is business to business, also known as B2B. These types of businesses are when one business sells goods or services to another business. This could be like a lumberyard selling wood to a paper mill, or a marketing firm selling its services to, maybe a new online business. The second type of business is business to consumer, aka B2C. This is the type of business you and I are familiar with and do on a daily basis, and sometimes more than we should. When you go to a store, purchase a good or service, you are a consumer or end user purchasing a finished good from a business. On the flip side, you being the owner of your own online business, you would be selling your finished goods or services to a consumer. Last but not least, we have consumer to consumer or C2C. Prime examples of this type of business is eBay, Etsy, and Qbids. This is when one consumer of a product sells the product again to another consumer. And just in case you're wondering, yard sales would be considered a C2C transaction. So now that we know what types of businesses there are, let's cover a few interesting facts about small businesses, which is what your new online business would be classified as. According to Forbes.com, there are almost 28 million small businesses in the U.S. and over 22 million are self-employed with no additional payroll or employees. These are called non-employers. Non-employers had average annual revenues of $44,000 and have generated over 65% of the net new jobs since 1995. Wow. Of the 28 million small businesses in the U.S., 52% are home-based. So what could have been so enticing for someone to attempt to start an online business to begin with? Well, maybe if you were starting a bakery, maybe not having a boss, and the possibility of being a multi-millionaire overnight? Okay, maybe not overnight, but you get the idea. So let's go over the pros and cons of starting an online business, shall we? We'll start with the pros. For starters, it's a lot cheaper and easier to spread the word and get customers or exposure when you can advertise online as opposed to hitting the pavement. How about expensive startup costs? There's no building to rent, no employees to have to worry about. All you need is a domain name, a website design, and to have internet connection. And who wouldn't love having flexible operating hours? But online businesses are open 24 hours versus the regular store hours of 8 to 5, etc. How much time you want to spend in your quote-unquote office is entirely up to you. It's much easier to grow your business when you don't have to worry about scouting for a new location in different cities, neighborhoods, etc. And of course, no commute. This is perhaps one of the best pros. Big savings on gas and clothes. I'm about ready to start my own business right now. But wait, before we get too excited, we need to go over the cons of starting an online business as well. Aside from your friends, family, and or other acquaintances, no one is going to know about your business. You'll be starting from ground zero, which means it will take time and a lot of effort to establish awareness, trust, and eventually repeat business with customers or clients. Depending on your product and or service, you may also be competing with multiple other businesses who already have a strong customer base in your area and or better exposure, whether that be to having a brick and mortar establishment or by having the funds to advertise online or on other media outlets for their online business. Your computer and website are your business. If you are unable to keep them operational, then your business is guaranteed to fail. Before starting, you need to either know someone who will be able to help you in case of a technical issue or have the know-how to do it yourself. There are many pros to starting an internet business versus traditional business. Less stress, less cost in startup, more flexible hours, etc. E-commerce has been growing rapidly over the past decade, and there are no signs of that changing any time in the foreseeable future. However, there are also many cons, such as business awareness, competition, and technical understanding that must be taken into consideration as well. So before you go into work tomorrow and quit your job with the aspirations of starting your own online business, remember the old saying, look before you leap. Today we'll be talking about starting